Number one, fixing data. Not everyone knows what spreadsheets are for. They think it is a tool to collect data using a tabular format. Knowing this is crucial for you to know that you always have or you will always need to fix the data that you receive from other people, right? Why? Because they don't know how to use it. So they're going to put whatever they think it is in the format that is not supposed to be there. So you're going to have to fix it if you want to use formulas and you want to use all the resources and tools available in spreadsheets. Okay, so the goal. By the end of this lesson, I can easily find inconsistencies in the data using spreadsheets filters. I can also easily fix inconsistencies in data using find and replace and filter / sort. Okay, so let's access the prior knowledge. Now, we're going to click on this link right here, right? And then we're going to try to find the errors here. But first, we're going to try to do the mathematical equations to find the answers here. First, input your logo here, your company logo. Then you input your business name. Then your name and last name right here. And we're going to start. Okay, so fixing errors found in this table. So the result match the correct answer. Modify this table only and not the table with the answers. This right here is the table with the answers. You see this column? That one has the answers. And if you notice, this one here has just data, right? Doesn't have any formulas, right? So please don't modify this. This is the correct answer for you to match. Then right here, you're going to place the formulas according to what is asked for right here, right? Experience average, newest, oldest, total salary, tallest one, then chosen color, black, white, green, red, and blue. So this is a table this is the data that this particular customer gave us, right? And we have to do all these operations using this data. So let's start. Experience average, right? So let's look at the experience. It says here, person name, years of experience. Here it is. So it seems like they need the average of this column right here. Let's do it. So you're going to stand up right here in the cell B18. Then you're going to click equal. So equal, then you're going to type in average. Right? Average, open parentheses or brackets, and then you select these cells right here. Right? Then you're going to close parentheses, hit enter. Then we don't want the same formula to be applied to all of these cells. So you're going to reject this suggestion. Perfect. So this right here is the answer. That's the average of these cells right here. The problem is that it is incorrect. Why? Because the correct answer is this one, right? So it doesn't match. Now let's leave it like that. Don't change the formula. The formula is correct. The problem is in the data. Now let's find the newest. So equals. The newest is the minimum amount of years. So let's see. Right here in starting date, right? Starting date, this is where people started working for this specific company. This one started on February the 3rd, March the 12th, March 18th, and so on, right? So we need to find the youngest one. Right now, it might be pretty easy for you, right? Why? Because there's only, how many? Let's see. By the way, I can see the count right here. There's only 9 entries, right? But in a table with, let's say, 2,000 entries, it's going to be impossible for you to spot the newest one in there, right? In this case, March 18, 2018 is the newest one. March 18, 2018. To be able to find the newest through a formula, all you need to do is type in the following formula. Click on this cell, which is B19, and then hit equal. So equals. Then we're going to put in here min, M-I-N. That stands for minimum, right? Then we're going to open parentheses and select all the data that we want to analyze and find the minimum from. Then after you select them all, then you close the parentheses. Then you hit enter. In this case, it says May 20th, 1998. However, we know that's not the right answer. It's supposed to be March 18th of 2018, right? Because this one seems pretty old, 1998 versus 2018. Now let's find the oldest one here. The oldest one is the opposite. Instead of minimum, it will be maximum. So equals max, open parentheses, select the data, close parentheses, enter. December the 25th, 2002. So that one is also incorrect because it's supposed to be February 3rd, 1980. Now it's asking me for the total salary. The salary should be right here. Look, salary in millions per year, right? So this right here is supposed to be in millions per year. Now let's try to find the total salary. Well, if it is the total salary, that means we need to add all of those numbers. So we have to have a sum, S-U-M. Then we open parentheses, then you select the data, then you close parentheses, then you hit enter. There it is. Apparently it is 2,802 with 50 cents, which we clearly can see right here that is not true, right? Right now, the tallest one, they want to know who the tallest one is in here. And we have height in meters. And there's a spelling mistake, so I'm going to fix it right away. There's a missing an E. Perfect. Height in meters. So now we're going to find out just by looking at or trying to find out the maximum number, right? Because it is the tallest one. So we click here in the cell, hit equals max, open parentheses, then you select all of this data, then you close parentheses, enter. There it is. Apparently it's 178, but the answer is supposed to be 180. We're going to fix that later, don't worry. Now the chosen color, we need to find out how many times people chose black, how many times white, how many times green, red, and blue, right? Now to do that, we need a different formula. And we're going to use this data from this column right here, chosen color, right? We have blue is red, green, black, negative, red, white, blue, black, right? So now let's go here. So click on this cell, which is B24, right? That's the cell reference. You hit equals. Now to count how many times people chose black, we're going to put in here count if, no spaces, count if, right? That's going to count if black isn't there and how many times it's going to tell me. Then you're going to open parentheses, then you're going to select the range, right? So you're going to tell the program to look right here in this range. Then you're going to add a comma, right? That comma is going to tell the program that you need something from that range. What do you need? You need whatever is beside this cell, which is black. So you're going to click on that cell, right? Then you're going to close parentheses, then you're going to hit enter. So apparently it's only 2 times, but in reality it's 3. Now let's count. So black is here 1, then 2, 3, right? The problem, and we can tell already what the problem is, this one says negro, supposed to be black, right? That one is in Spanish. So that will make it for 3, but don't fix it yet. We're going to fix that later. Now white, green, red, and blue. If you want, since we're not fixing any columns or any rows, you can literally grab this and use the same formula for the rest ones down here, right? Now remember to drag it from this blue square. Okay, now let's start fixing things, right? Now if you want to know if this is correct, this formula is correct, let's double click on this one, the one that says white right in front. Let's double click on it. It should dot line. You see this dotted line? Look at this. This is the range it's looking into. Now please notice that the blue up here is not included in the range. That means that we have an error in the formula, right? But it is looking at the right cell. It's looking at white. Now let's go check the green. Double click on green. It is looking for the green, and it is looking in this range. But check this out. It already skipped 2. right? So that means the red is going to skip 3 cells. Let's double click on it. Red, yes, it's looking for red, but it is skipping the 3 cells and is looking for the item starting here and 3 cells down here, which we don't need. So we're going to have to fix that formula, right? So let's delete this formula from here down, right? From the white down, let's delete it because we need to fix it before we are able to drag it. So let's go back to this cell and let's fix this range, right? Because it's always this range, it's never going to change. So we're going to fix it. The range is this one, C6 to C4 to C14, right? C6 to C14. Let's see if it's true. C6 is this one, and C14 is this one. So the range is from here to here. Look at the name of the range right here, C6 to C14. So let's stand on the formula again, and let's fix that error. So let's stand up right here. You can click anywhere inside of this range, anywhere. Could be here or here. As long as you are inside of this range, you're good. Then to fix it, you can either put in here the dollar sign before the C and the dollar sign before the 6, also before this C and before this 14. Or you can just literally hit F4. So let's hit F4 and see what happens. F4, and there we go. The program automatically fixes this range. So nothing is going to move when I move the formula. Now let's hit enter. There it is. So now I have the formula correct. Now let's drag it down using this blue little square. Drag down, and now it should be good now. Let's check just to make sure. So the white, double click. Yes, it's looking for the white. Look at the dotted line, and it's looking for it exactly on that range that I need. Now let's check the green. Double click, the green, and the range stays the same. You see? Perfect. So I think we have this already done. Now let's fix the table so we can get the right answers. So let's start with this one, the years of experience. Let's see what's happening here. Now let's double click on this. This one seems fine. How about this one? This one seems fine. Oh, look at this. This doesn't say 16. Look at the 1. You see the 1 in this one? And look at the 1 in this one. That looks like a letter. Trust me, this is not an over-exaggeration. People do this, right? And it messes up with your formulas. So you need to fix this. Instead of I6, you're going to type in 16. 1, 6, right? Enter. Now let's double click on this one, 18, 16. It seems like everything is fine now, right? And this one. Perfect. So it seems like everything's good. Let's check to make sure that is true. Look, it's checking. It is true. Now the way I'm checking is inside of this cell, I have B18. Look, B18, meaning this one equals this one, right? As soon as you do that, the computer is going to know that you're trying to compare 2 cells. And it's going to tell you if they are the same or if they are not the same. If they're the same, it's going to type in true. If they are not the same, it's going to type in false, right? Now let's continue. Let's go with the newest. So we're talking about dates. So let's fix the dates. So to fix this, we're just going to select everything here and we're going to format. So format, and we're going to change the format to, let's go to here. Instead of number, we're going to make it date. Here it is, date. But remember, this date confuses me a lot, right? Now, before we change the date format, let's see what's happening here. February the 3rd of 1980. Now, this one is not a number format or anything. It's just text. And it's going to be really hard for the computer to realize that this is an actual date. So let's change it. So February, now look at this formula right here, right? So what we're going to do is, it seems like the first one is the month, the second one is the day, and then is the year. Let's see if it's true. Yeah, first one is the month. So let's go here, and type in the month. In February is 02. So 02, then slash, then the day is 3, so 03, then slash, and then it is 1980, so 1980. And then I'm going to delete the old date. Then we're going to hit enter. Now, just to make sure this is an actual date format, then we're going to go here and we're going to click date. Oh, it is. Look at the check mark. It is already date. Perfect. So now we have all of this ready. But remember, I don't like it like this because I get confused. Like, for example, this one here, I don't know if 2 is the day or the month or what it is. So let's just do it right. Let's go to format. Then let's go to number. And down here, we're going to find custom date and time. So let's click there. And then let's try to find something that is more understandable. Something like this or like this, right? You choose. Choose the one that you like the most. I'm going to choose this one and apply. Perfect. Now I can understand it better. All right, now let's see if this is true. So February the 3rd. Now the newest one here is the one who started later. So March 18th of 2018. That one seems like just started. So this is the correct answer and I have it wrong. That means I have the formula wrong. Why? Because I already fixed the data. So instead of min, it should be max, right? So let's type in, instead of min, let's change this to max, M-A-X. Then you hit enter. Enter, and there it is, it's true. Which means this one here, I had it all backwards. So this one here is min. So instead of max, let's just change this to min. M-I-N. Enter. February 3rd, 1980. So this one is correct as well. Perfect. Now we have 2 correct. Now total salary. Total salary. So that means we have errors in the salary, right? Salary in millions per year. So we have the salary right here. Well, we already can tell that we have an error. Why? Because this one seems odd, right? So let's change this. Now, this program thinks that a comma is not part of a number. It seems to think that a comma is text, right? So instead of a comma, we're going to change that to a period. Now, don't change it manually. I'm just going to teach you how to do it using find. So let's select all of this, right? Let's pretend you have thousands and thousands of data. So let's select all of this. Then we're going to type in Control F. And this right here, this little section is going to show up. Then we're going to click these dots, more options. Now we're going to find the comma. So you're going to type in comma in this cell. And we're going to replace it with a dot. So we put a period right there and it should be okay. Now make sure that in here, specific range is there. Why? Because you have more options. You can ask for this to happen in the whole entire sheet or only this sheet, right? Just in case you had more tabs down here, you can say all sheets or this sheet only or that specific range, the one that I just selected. So just keep it that way. Then I'm going to put here replace all and replace one instance of comma with a period. So now I know it worked. Then I click done and here it is. Now everything seems fine. Total salary is true. It is the same as the other cell. Perfect. Now let's go and fix the tallest one. So tallest one has to do with height in meters, right? So it seems like we have errors here too. And I have a feeling that it is also the period. Usually it is the same mistakes, right? That's why I gave you this example. Look at this. This has a comma, right? And when it's supposed to be a period. So let's fix this. Remember how to do it? Select everything, right? Then Control F. Then these dots. Then you're going to find the comma. And you're going to replace it with a period in that specific range. You click replace all. And it says here that it replaced one instance of comma with a period. Then you click done. Let's see if already happened. So the tallest one is 180 and the correct answer is 180, making this true. Perfect. Now we just need to fix this, the colors. Now let's fix the colors. So blue, Now this is the way we're going to fix this. We're going to use filters to fix this. Don't fix it manually, okay? Because then you're not going to know how to do the summative next. So let's do this using filters. So let's filter all the way from here to here, right? Including the headers. So I select all of this and then click here to create a filter, right? Now I have the filter. Let's filter by color. If I click here, it's going to show me all the main colors that we have. It seems like we have a lot of errors because it should be only, let's see how many. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to count, you can select all of these cells, and down here is going to show you the count. You see, count 5. So it should be only 5 colors, but it showed me a lot of them, right? So let's try to fix this. Click on the filter, and let's start. Let me sort this from A to Z. This one is clearly missing an E, right? So this blue is fine too. Green, look at the space. You see the space? We need to get rid of the space, but don't get rid of it yet, okay? Don't fix anything yet. We're just analyzing the situation. Is red, we need to get rid of that. Is negro, that needs to be turned into English. Red and white. Okay, so let's start. First, the ones that I can't change automatically with a formula. For example, is red. Let's change that is red to red. So let's get rid of this. Now it's only red. Perfect. Now let's go with the blue. Blue needs an E. So I put an E right there. Enter. Good. Now the green had an extra space. This is how you can get extra spaces. You select everything, just in case anything else has an extra space. Select all of this data. Then you go to data. And check this out. This is absolutely beautiful. You're going to find something called data cleanup, right? So this data cleanup is going to give you these 3 options. Cleanup suggestions, remove duplicates, and trim white space. Trim white space. That's going to get rid of all the white spaces that you don't need, and it's going to leave only the ones that you need. So trim, yes, okay, done. Okay, perfect. Now this negro, we're going to change it to black. But how? We can actually just double click in there, copy this black, double click here, and paste it. Now let's see what else we have. Let's see by clicking on this filter, it's going to show me only 5 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We got it. So we click OK, and that should be true now. Let's see. Black is true. White is not. Now we're going to have to figure out why. Green is true, red is true, and blue is true. Let's see why white is not true. So let's look for the white. It's right here. Oh, look at this. Why? Because it's missing an H. You see how difficult it is? When people give you information, the wrong data, it's going to mess up with your results. So we have to go here and type in an H. There it is. Perfect. Now these are things you need to always keep in mind. Let's see if it's true now. White is true. Perfect. And there you have it. That's how you fix mistakes on the data to be able to get the results that you want. Now it's going to be your turn. I'm going to create right here another sheet right beside it. That's going to be your turn. So I'm going to name it your turn. All right. So please click on it and then do the exercise that I'm going to leave here for you. Enjoy, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Ciao.